All right, let us say hello once again to the walking and talking Britton Hart. Very busy, of course, because it is fight week for BKFC once again. She's back this Friday. BKFC 22 in Miami, taking on Pearl Gonzalez. Big fight at 125 pounds. Britton, good to see you as always. How are you?
Oh, hey, I'm so good. As you can see, I'm walking in Miami. It's crazy. I'm walking my dog. So everyone say hi to my little Frenchie Margot. But we're walking. It's beautiful weather. And we're actually on our way to the press conference, which is where I will be fighting this Friday. So it's just like super exciting. I feel good. And again, it's just like such a blessed feeling to be out in the like really beautiful day, even being busy and running around. It's nice to be in sunshine.
Absolutely. So this will be a little bit of practice for the press conference. It's nice to have you back. And the last time we saw you compete, you were out getting married on fight week. You come back a couple days later and you stop Jenny Savage at a huge BKFC 19 event. Anything exciting happened during this fight week? Although you set the bar kind of impossibly high last time.
I know, right? Well, it was crazy because Paige VanZant was my birthday. That fight was my birthday. So, whoa. And then I'm getting married. Whoa. And, for this one, it is a different variable in it. It's, definitely different mental stressors. Joey had his fight last week. So doing that together and being together on that and picking up the pieces together. So that kind of is like one of those things I think that's motivating me to keep it together and win and do this, for him. And of course my family and everybody back home as well. So yeah, it's a little bit different life situations going on right now. But always something, always ready. That's kind of like the story of why I have a Phoenix. No matter what happens, you have to pick yourself up and get the job and task that you were assigned done. And sometimes it's not the perfect situation. And sometimes they're great situations, such as birthdays and getting married. So, you got to take the good with the bad. So this is one of those examples there. But I mean, I am excited. I want to be number one. I have that driving factor. I'm tired of even talking about the title because that was like back in February. I felt like I earned that shit. But, everything is just a step closer to showing and defining who I am and getting closer to that legacy.
What I found interesting about this fight is that it got officially announced by BKFC right around Halloween. So that was like less than 2 weeks ago. When did you find out this was a thing? Because it seemed like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I did. It was crazy. I really wanted to fight. And I know Taylor, I was really thinking it was going to be Taylor. And I know Taylor's fight backed out. And I was like, well, hey, I'm ready. So I kind of had my mind and set, going forward with that because I know the fans want it. And then all of a sudden someone tagged me in this video and it was Pearl Gonzalez and she was going off about some girl. And I was like, oh, it's not me. It was me. So that had to be addressed pretty quickly. So I made an interview after I fought Jenny Savage. And, basically in the interview, I said Pearl would be an easy fight for me, which I'm definitely still not taking that back. But as far as me saying that she's scared of me or anything like that, that's a little far-fetched. She's a good fighter. She's been in the fight game and she has a lot of experience. But then again, been there, done that, Paige was that too. And to me, it seems like these fighters that have talent realize it, they get exposed, and then they go to OnlyFans and they're like, yay, you noticed me as a fighter, but let me go ahead and use my fight money to get fake tits and to get a fake ass or to get fake nose. And, now it's like, well, what's really your priority? What you look like or being a fighter? So to me, she kind of falls in one of those categories. She's not somebody that I feel like is going to be 100% dedicated to the fight game when, it's kind of sad. Like some other people, like friends I have, they get hooked on this OnlyFans. And what do? They spend like hours and hours in front of the camera and talking to fans and doing whatever they fucking do on there to make money, you know? And I'm not knocking it, but again, this is fighting we're talking about. And to be the best is one of those things, like I was just saying on this last interview, you got to eat, breathe, and sleep it. And it's very hard to do. And it can be a very demanding, very lonely road in fighting. So I'm just super lucky and fortunate that I hit the lottery with Joey, because we do that. We both have that mentality. We're both super physically strong and mentally strong and have the same passion on being the best. We have the same passion in combat sports, and damn, we're in the same promotion. But you know, that gives me, again, even when I got 30,000 followers or, you know, XYZ on variables, you know, I'm still not out there creating an OnlyFans site or an exclusive site or, you know, wearing lingerie in every pic that I post, because I'm really in the gym training and I really respect myself. And I really think that I need to be focused on being a wife, a mother, and a fucking damn good fighter.
So much to unpack from what you just said there. The first thing I would say, do you remember that interview when you said that she was an easy fight? Do you remember who did that interview with you?
Yeah, I do.
Was it this guy right here? Because it was this guy right here. Yes, I remember that interview. I was going to ask you about it, but you did it for me. I
should have said that. Yeah, now I'm like,
it's all right. You do so many.
So it's you that made the interview famous. So really, I should be thanking you and saying that you're the person behind this fight. Really.
I asked you about it, and that's the answer you gave me. And you were very honest, and you're always very honest. And you know, you mentioned something that I found kind of fascinating, because you've had a crazy year. You had the Paige fight. Knucklemania was massive. BKFC 19, that was a massive event as well. 2 big wins, 2 big spots. And now you get another pretty big name in Pearl Gonzalez early in her career. And a lot of people, I mean, hindsight being 2020, felt that booking Paige to fight you in her first BKFC fight was a big mistake. Do you feel that BKFC is making another mistake, giving Pearl a matchup with you in her second fight?
Yeah, they absolutely are. They absolutely are. The only thing I can say is, like, you know, respect towards her. You know, and I don't like to look at other people's shit. I, again, don't have the time to do it. But if you tag me and stuff, I'm going to see it. So, you know, if you want me to see something, tag me in it. But I saw where someone tagged me in something where she said, you know, I'm on my way to Miami to beat or to compete. I don't even think she said beat. But anyway, she said that she was going against the most experienced #1 contender at BKFC. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. Yeah. Yes, I am. So, you know, yeah, I do think it's a mistake, but I like that she's acknowledging it. You know, I do appreciate that. And again, you know, she has fight experience and she's 1-0 in bare knuckle, but I think that it's easy to go in there and have your first win be like as safe as she played it. You know, it's not really seeing bare knuckle up close. You know, she worked her boxing and she fought a way shorter opponent. This is going to be a lot different. Again, I'm definitely no Sweetheart and no Teresa Sigla. So, I don't know. I think it was a bad mistake. But, I mean, again, I appreciate the competition because it's like now you're looking at it in the fact of I do have the most experience. This will be my 6th fight. And so any of these pro debuters, it doesn't logically make sense to give them to me. It's not going to be fair. It's just like in boxing. You don't put a pro debuter against someone who has 7 fights. It just doesn't happen. So what am I going to do? Sit around and be shelved? You know, that's not fair. So for me, it's kind of like expected. Like I can't put any focus on, oh my God, this girl's a big name. Oh my God, this girl's another UFC. Oh my God, this girl's a, WBC holder. Like whoever comes in the sport, I have to be prepared for the top competition and high level because I'm above that. You know, I can't get people with any experience. It's not going to be fair. When I beat them, no one's going to give me the respect. You know, no one's going to give me the respect that I deserve or need. And even it sucks with like Paige. You know, it was, maybe I shouldn't have talked so much shit because I dug my grave in that, because now that she lost to Rachel, everyone's discrediting my win and being like, oh, Paige sucks. She's 0-2. You beat somebody who's 0-2. And it's like, no, not really. That girl was she still was a UFC veteran. She still had fight experience. And the thing people need to look at is money, money. When these athletes and fighters have enough money to get food jobs and nose jobs and have OnlyFans sites, they have money to train, to get massages, to have physical therapy, to have cryo, to have, you name it. But guess what that stuff is? That stuff is expensive. It is expensive to do. And I have just reached the point in my life where I don't have to juggle working 2 jobs. I don't have to eat cereal for dinner. Like, I just got to that point in my life. So when I say I'm a threat, man, I was a threat when I was sleeping on my car. Just imagine what I am now that I have those same access to resources like they do. But I'm using it for still what my main purpose was, and to be, like I said, one of the best fighters there is. But, she does have a huge following and she does have access to that. And, she does train with the Serrano sisters, and that stuff all sounds great on paper. But at the end of the day, it's in here and it's up here.
Another thing that you said was you thought it might be Taylor Starling, and that once her fight dropped out, you were like, okay, I'm here, which is surprising because the last time you were asked about this, you both were in sync saying, we ain't fighting each other unless you want to pay us a whole bunch of money to do it. So what I guess has changed to make you so open to that fight now?
Yeah, it did change because, and I'm not mad at her. I still wish her the best. I wish no ill will against her. But you can't say you're not going to fight and then be on social media or whatever and say, oh, well, I'm looking at the Britt and Hart fight, or I really want the belt. I'm ready for the belt, because I'm telling you, I have like almost crazy, like, I don't want to say crazy, but like possessive, like, that belt's mine. I want that belt. And if you're my friend, and I'm meaning this like super undramatic, but if you're my friend and that's my belt and you're trying to take it from me, you're not my friend. You're stealing from me. You know what I mean? And it's not, like I said, I'm being dramatic about it, but that has to be my mindset. Again, circling back to what this interview is about, is like, we're not playing football. We're not playing basketball where we can just shake hands and be done after. We're talking about breaking faces and orbital bones and missing teeth and broken hands. And I don't want to just do that to anybody, like, I'm still a person, or, in a compassionate feeling towards people. I don't want to just beat up everyone because they said something wrong. I look at it as a sport, but the belt is something that I really want. And if anyone's going to say that they want it too, they're not for me. They're not on my side. So that's just the way I got to look at it. And then all these damn fans are making me mad. So it's really not even Taylor. It's her fucking fans. I can't stand Taylor Starling fans. Because they, again, like, it makes me sad. Like, respect yourself. You fucking our mom. You have 2 boys at home. You're better than that. You don't have to be like all these other girls. Now that the attention's on you. I don't want to get on my thing and see your ass every freaking time I scroll my story. Like, and then I don't want to hear my fans say, or not my fans, but her fans say, Taylor would destroy you. Taylor would smash you. I don't want to hear that shit without it being like, all right, you know what? We just need to settle it and get it out of the way so I can stop seeing it and I can stop hearing it, And especially if she says that she's after the belt.
What a far cry from where we were just a few months back when you were at the press conference together. What a crazy thing. But obviously before that happens, we got to get through Friday. How do we get this thing done? How does this fight with Pro Gonzalez play out?
Yeah. I'm just going in there and being me, you never know. You never know. No, it's going to show up and surprise you. But, I do got some points to prove. There's a little animosity and some beef, especially on social media. So, I'm not really the one to fuck with on that, but if she wants to go down that road, and see who's got the bigger dick, so to say, or who can be more gangster, I'm down for that competition. So it's whatever she chooses. She wants to box, we'll box. She wants to chess match, we'll play chess. And if she wants to bang, we'll bang.
Fair enough. Two last quick things. One, you mentioned the belts. I know there's been a lot of talks about a 125-pound tournament to crown a champion starting sometime next year. Is that still the plan? Have you been told that that's still kind of the direction that the promotion is heading?
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever plan. Like I said, it's a stupid plan, but whatever. I don't make the rules. And I feel like the tournament's been talked about so much, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Because if we were going to announce a tournament, why isn't it announced? Why isn't me and Pearl the semifinals or quarterfinals or whatever what did they just say? Hey, the very beginning of this so-called females tournament. I don't care. Just do something with it, because right now I've heard it so many times with no action. It's just words. So I'm done talking about what tournament and what I think about it, because it's not going to happen. And if it is, whatever,
And then last thing, I mean, after sharing the ring with her earlier this year, competing on the same card with her again later this year, seeing what she's been doing lately in the pro wrestling world, finding success there. Do you feel like we've seen Paige's last bare knuckle fight? Do you think she gets back in there again?
I mean, I would think it would be smart of her to, as far as like internally knowing she didn't quit and finish out her contract. But whatever, kudos to her. She's doing her thing. She's finding her niche in wrestling. And if they like her there and she's happy there, be happy. Like, don't worry about what other people think of you. But I mean, I personally think she should finish it out to the end. And so she has one more fight on her contract. Finish it out. You're good. She's a good fighter. There's definitely levels to this game. And I think that she should go out with a bang at least and say, hey, I'll finish it, but I get to choose my opponent and choose somebody. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see her one more time. The company invested so much in her, and, her face is plastered everywhere when it comes to BKFC. So it'd be nice for her to at least have one win.
Well said. Britton, thank you for the time as always. It means a lot, especially so close to the fight. All the best to you on Friday. Looking forward to this matchup, and have fun at the press conference.
Awesome. I will.
Thanks, Britton.